Hispanics is the Israelites, you need to know. You ain't never gonna hear this from a pastor though. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. Think you coming in here with your sin, don't even try me on the mission. Telling Israel to repent before your time is every city on the corner in your hood is where you finding us. Casting out imaginations, Christians might not like it, but we raising up an army exceedingly, we are rising up. We all about the mission, we living until the kingdom come. These stories are lack of knowledge, so that's what we here to give it up. Listen for the people, cause although we have no equal, we out here living so evil and comfortable living feeble. All over the world, we about to go. Truth is coming out, that's what you need to know. Blacks and Hispanics is the Israelites, you need to know. You ain't never gonna hear this from a pastor though. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. Think you coming in here with your sin, don't need to try.
All praises, all praises. We back.
Right.
We in the building.
That's right. We're building. Dale luz.
All praise to the Most High. Hey, Shalom Israel, Most High in Christ bless. We are back in the building.
That's right.
Shout out to the deacons, the bishops, the captains. Hey, we back here at Lionz Den Radio Show, the greatest radio show at 7 p.m. in Israel.
That's right.
You already know. But y'all know how we get things started. We want to know how everybody's week was because I think it's been a long time.
A couple weeks.
We shouldn't have left you without a cool script to step to.
Right. Oh, fire. Okay.
Okay, bars.
York, son.
Praises.
That's a t-shirt.
Queensbridge, bro. Nah, I'm stuck.
Edit that part out as well.
Jerusalem. All day, every day. So, hey, we got a special guest today.
Yes, we do.
We got a first-time visitor.
Yes, we do.
MOV Soldier David.
Right. Hey, all praise to the Most High God.
New graduate.
Yes, sir.
All praise.
All praise.
Shalom, Soldier. Welcome to your first ever of many Lord willing Lines and radio shows.
That is right.
Explain to the people how your week been.
Right.
A little bit tiring, you know. I had to do taxes this past
speaking
week.
the mic.
Wow, this
Get a
brother
little
said I got to do
As a
taxes.
single brother, you know, apparently.
Yeah, you got to speak in the mic.
the mic.
You got to turn that mic.
It's all right. We're going to
You in
get
the
you right.
den with some lines.
Gonna
Don't
get
get
you
written up in your first show.
Test.
There you go.
Now,
Yeah,
All
you're
right.
good.
so this past week, I've had to do, taxes. You know, the white man taking more and more money from us.
Damn.
Actually, I had to owe. So first year.
Oh, you make enough money to pay taxes?
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, that boy rich. All praises. Hey, we got a second special guest. Might even be the first. I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but King Gadiel is in the building.
That's right.
Back again for the first time.
All praises. Please tell the people, because I know you've had a good week. How your week been?
Yeah, I had a fantastic week.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We
You
in there.
can't even get an applause from
Right.
Must be a single brother.
That's your
That
back
sounds.
But yeah, no, I had a great week. It was great. It was great for many reasons.
All right now, I bet it was. Hey,
praises.
officer posted a picture. Officer was like, "Yo, why didn't y'all tell me this is how y'all eat good?"
That gourmet breakfast, man. All praises.
Had bacon and everything.
Yeah, you know. Single
Pepper.
brothers, we be eating rough, man. We be eating whatever.
I'm eating real food now.
Yeah.
Man, all
Right.
praise to the
Wow.
Most High.
It's good. Yeah.
But
Hey,
that's
I'll
for
praise it.
those of you that don't know, we've been off for a couple weeks. We had 2 weddings because
That's
here
right.
at IUIC we push the truth.
That's
We
right.
the Bible. Marriage is honorable in all.
That's right.
Shout out to Officer Yuri, Uganda forever.
Yes.
He also, went through the proven process. Both these brothers are honorable men. They went ahead and they got themselves a house, and now, Lord willing, we gonna see some future Levites and Gadites running around here.
That's
Praise to the Most High. All praises. Soldier Eleazar.
Yes, sir. Shalom, family, Most High in Christ. Blessed to you all. To all the man on the panel. Shout out to leadership. I got this phone call throughout this week. The week was good. It stirs something up because the phone call comes when the earthquakes come, right? And this stuff that our leadership has been bringing out for years. Earthquakes, when they see that the eclipse is coming. So that phone call came in. Hey, so what do you think is going to be going on with this eclipse coming in? I was like, I don't know. You figure it out. Let me know. And if you are watching, most likely you are, then you know what it is. It's the Most High. That's it. So that was it for me.
So what you're saying is something got to happen after you prophesy for them to know you're a prophet.
Yeah.
Most definitely, because we've been telling them for years.
There you go.
We've been telling them.
Right. There you go.
I don't believe in all that. Okay, well, one day you will.
They're going to find out.
Yes, sir.
Officer Nathia.
Hey, this week was fire, man. Like you said, we coming back, you know what I'm saying, to the show after what? About 3-4 weeks of, we've been having an event at the event. So it's good to be back. But my week was pretty good, man. Everything went pretty well, man. The Sabbath was fire. You already know we had a chance to touch down in Gainesville.
Right.
And that camp right there, that thing was live, bro. We had so many people come up. But the best thing about it is everybody like, where y'all located? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they wanted us to be there. And the people was attentive to the word, man. So that was the highlight of my week.
Praises.
Officer Zeph, the
in this
original
building.
Lion himself.
with some
Hey, shalom, Israel, shalom. Hey, I had a great week. It started off, like Officer was bringing out, with my brother getting married.
That's right.
Gabrielle. Hey, beautiful thing. These Israelite weddings, brothers getting married in righteousness. My father was in town, and one of the highlights of my week when he was leaving out, I was taking him to the airport. So he's a assistant pastor at his church. So, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So he had a biblical question to ask me. I answered the question, and after I answered the question, he basically gave his assessment of everything he had seen while he was here, and he said that he was thoroughly impressed. Basically, he couldn't gainsay nothing against what he had seen. He was like, man, everything that was brought out at the wedding was on point. The scriptures was on point. He said when he looked at the body, he could see that it was sincere love among us. He was like, I know what fake love looks like, but you all love each other.
That's right.
So it affected him in a way. We're going to see if he going to repent.
Hey, Lord's
We're
will.
going to see if he going to
Yes,
repent.
sir.
But
all praises.
when he goes back and reports to pastor,
Right.
it's a problem because he ain't got nothing negative he can say.
Yeah.
He found out we really ain't a cult, y'all.
Yeah. Hey, all praises
to the Most
High.
Hey, somebody get Matthew chapter 5. Let your light shine. Because here's the thing. At the end of the day, we love our people. We know that our people are misguided in these religions. Because guess why? Because we was there too.
Right.
We was on the other side of it looking like, ain't no way God only loves the Israelites, right? Read that real quick.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 16. Let your light so shine before men.
Christ said, let our light so shine before men. What's that light? Us applying the commandments in the faith of Christ. You got a young man in his truth that is getting married, applying Hebrews 13 and 4. You seeing the nation come together to honor this thing and sanctify in the name of the Lord. We got to send up prayers. We face the east. You seen biblical scriptures come to life right in front of you, right?
That's right.
That they may see your good works.
That they may see your good works. So you can't be in the house typing on a keyboard. These are actions we bring out in front of our people, right? Go ahead.
And glorify your Father which is in heaven.
That's the key right there. The Most High God that's in heaven gets all glory and all praise. Because without his laws, statutes, and commandments, we'd be niggas in the world having a damn twerk contest or some foolishness. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
One more scripture. Get first, what's that? 1 Timothy 3 and 7. 1 Timothy 3 and 7, because like you said, he's assistant pastor. He gonna go back and he gonna speak on the good time he had, right? 1 Timothy 3 and 7.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 3 and verse 7. Moreover, he must have a good report of them which are without.
Right. So we don't just apply the commandments when we congregate. We apply the commandments when we leave the building 24/7.
Right.
Hell, some of us probably in our sleep thinking about, remember the Sabbath day, keep it holy, right? So we applying this amongst the nations that we're going to be around and our own people. Go ahead.
Lest he fall into reproach and the snare of the devil.
That was it on that?
Yes, sir.
Right. So we make sure we are a good example to them that's without, so that way we don't fall into a snare of the devil. More importantly, they have nothing evil to say of us, right?
Right.
Hey, so
Hey, also, can I back you up on that
bring it
point?
out.
Ooh, all praises. Hey, Acts 24 verse 16. So exactly what the officer is stating, because we already know that based on how the world is portraying us as an organized nation, that's what we are.
Right.
But they say that we a hate group, we destroy marriages, right? That's what they say. That's the picture that's painted. But when you actually put all that to the side and you actually see how we operate, you see something totally different. But it's because we actually follow what the scriptures say. All right, read that.
The book of Acts, chapter 24 and verse 16. And herein do I exercise myself to have always a conscience void of offense.
Right.
toward God and toward men.
Right. So the way that we operate, like you said, not only when we amongst each other, but even when we outside of these doors, we have to operate in a certain manner so that we not seen in a certain light in a negative way. Why? Because guess what? That could be a deciding factor on if somebody may say, you know what, I might just check them out and see what they about.
Right.
These are some upstanding kind of, brothers. I like the unity. So all praise to the Most High for that thing, man.
All praises, all praises. Hey, so we got a good show for y'all today. We're going to get started with the first article. Y'all know what time it is.
That's right.
It's time for that Northern Kingdom Minute.
The Dale Loose Minute. Hey, in this week's Northern Kingdom Minute, we're going to read about two distinct men, two very different men whose history link up. And we're going to see how. Go ahead.
Descendants of enslaved.
Yeah, speaking to the mic.
Bring that mic out. There you go.
Descendants of enslaved. Enslavers break silence around France's past.
So we know that Esau, Edom, France, right? They have a past of slavery. These two men in the picture. Now, I want you to notice something. These two men in the picture are the two men that's past linked together in slavery. Now, if you notice the picture in the back, y'all, what does that look like?
Right.
Uh-oh.
Some slave routes.
That's some slave routes.
They stole our campsite.
Slave routes. Now, of course, both men are smiling, but we know what it is.
Right.
Okay, we know what it is. It's a post for the picture. Let's scroll down. Go ahead, start right there at Nantes.
Nantes. Returners.
Dudon
Boutin is a descendant of people enslaved in the Caribbean.
So that's the brother on the top right. He's the descendant of the enslaved in the Caribbean. Now, we know biblically that we got both the northern and southern kingdom in the Caribbean. But we're going to see how France made their money early on. Let's go.
Pierre Guillaume's des Princes ancestors from Natanz were ship owners transporting.
They were what?
Ship owners transporting these enslaved. Although contrasting, their families' histories are linked.
Their families' history are linked. Although they're both contrasting people, their families' history are linked. Let's go. Scroll down.
The hell is this?
This is heavy, heavy information. Go ahead.
They met in 2021 in Nates, which was France's largest port for transatlantic slavery, and have since been working together to raise awareness about the past and its legacy in today's society.
Now, if I could bring out, what is that, Proverbs 11? Because although they're working together, they're smiling in the picture, they're posing for the gram, they're making it look good for the newspaper.
Right.
Proverbs 11 and verse 21. Yes, sir.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and verse 21. Though joined hand in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished.
Now we see biblically who is the preferred nation. Is going to be the brother that was part of the enslaved. That wicked nation is the white man on the left.
That's right.
Though they join hand in hand, although they're working in tandem to bring this truth out, that man still got to be punished.
That's right.
That man still got to be punished. Read.
But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
That's be us. We shall be delivered. Let's go back to that article. Oh, praises.
Originally from the Caribbean islands of Martinique, 59-year-old Martine moved to Natanz in the 1980s. It was only then that he fully learned about its true extent of slavery.
So the gentleman that has his lineage back to slavery, he only learned it once he went over there to France. Why? Because back in his home country, they oppressed that information from us.
Right.
We have to go to where the majority is, Esau, to get the true information. See, they know who we are. It's Israel that wants to join hand in hand and be equal with the other nations, the same ones that oppress us.
Hey, get Deuteronomy 28 and 48.
Yes, sir.
Because what's crazy is never will your enemy actually educate you fully on the atrocities he's done to you.
Right.
And this also proves what we're about to read, because he has to go to another oppressor's land to find out about his history.
Correct.
He's not learning from it from his father, like the scripture tells us to do.
Right.
It's not another black man telling him what went down. It's the white man that oppressed him, right? Read that real quick.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
God said, therefore you shall serve your enemies.
Right.
When slavery happened to our people, once we were starting to set ourselves back up, guess what happened? You had to go serve your enemies. You served them back then for education. Hell, you had to serve them even to know about religion, and he indoctrinated you, right? Read on.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Read.
In hunger.
In hunger.
And in thirst. And in nakedness. And in want of all things.
And in want of all things. This brother needed to find out his identity and his history, and he had to go to the French oppressor to go learn about that. It's crazy.
That is crazy. That's what we even see nowadays when Soldier Derek brought out. Got to go do taxes, got to do this.
Right.
We're still doing that in our land now.
Right.
Majority ran by the oppressor. Go ahead, back to that, the article from the 15th.
From the 15th to the 19th century, at least 12.5 million Africans were kidnapped.
Wait, what?
Kidnapped.
So it wasn't a willing trip that we took, brothers and sisters. Read.
And forcibly transported by mostly European ships.
By mostly European ships. Read.
And sold into slavery.
Wow.
Researchers estimate at least 2 million people died in the grueling Middle Passage.
So that's just from going from point A to point B. They didn't even make it to the destination to get raped. They didn't make it to the destination to get their history ripped from them. They didn't make it to the destination to get their the image of the black Messiah washed away and then the white one brought in. They didn't even make it there. It was the grueling process that this white man in that picture, his family made a fortune off of the slave backs, off of the blood of Israelites. Read.
Voyage across the Atlantic. France trafficked an estimate 1.3 million people.
Now we're just mentioning one piece of Esau's entire empire. France. Read.
To the Americas, including the Caribbean.
And that's heavy. Why? Because a lot of our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean will submit to the white image of Caesar Borgia, which comes and is capitalized within France.
Hey, and I want you to pay attention to something. This thing said 12.5 million.
Correct.
From the 15th century to the 19th century. Get Daniel 9 and 11.
Yes, sir.
Get Daniel 9 and 11. Because I know somewhere somebody at home is worrying about Israel, support Israel, the Holocaust. Listen. We're not saying bad things didn't happen to everybody, but it didn't happen to you like it happened to us.
That's right.
12.5 million cannot compare to whatever 2 million, 3 million, whatever number they want to infatuate.
Correct.
And like you stated,
You're going to learn today.
right. You stated, you're talking about just a small portion.
Correct.
We're not talking about the whole transatlantic slave trade. We're just talking about France dealing in it.
That's correct.
Right? Read that real quick.
The book of Daniel, chapter 9 and verse 11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice.
Right. All 12 tribes have broken God's commandments. Read.
Therefore, the curse is poured upon us.
Therefore, the curse that's written in Deuteronomy 28 is poured upon us. It don't say all. It don't say some. It says us, all 12 tribes. Read.
And the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God.
Read.
Because we have sinned against him, and he hath confirmed his words which he spoke against us, and against our judges that judged us.
Come on.
By bringing upon us a great evil.
A great evil. You have a so-called white man coming into your land, taking 12.5 million of your people, and in transit, over 3 million of them dies. That is a great evil upon the earth. Read.
For under the whole heaven,
this is what I wanted to get to. For under the whole heaven
had not been done as had been done upon Jerusalem.
There's no comparison. You can't compare any of these other atrocities. I don't want to hear about 9/11. I don't want to hear about none of that stuff. There is no comparison. And you know what kills me, officer?
What's that?
You bring this up, and they be like, let's just forgive and let's move on. Let's just move on. But you never forget. You can never forget 9/11.
Nope. No.
You can
That's
never
the motto
forget.
of 9/11.
Right.
Never
You can never forget the Holocaust. You say that right now, anti-Semitic. You lose your job. You lose your house. But somehow, over 12.5 million, a small fraction of people is decimated. And you're supposed to forget that.
Right.
Not at all. Heck no. Heck no. No. And then more to that point, officer, when they try to bring out the let's hold hands and let's hold peace, let's put educational programs together. I guarantee there's that white Frenchman that's leading how we're gonna put these lessons together and what we're gonna be teaching these people. Go ahead and start reading there. The more I got into the story.
The more I got into the story.
Now this is the brother whose lineage leads back to the slavery.
The more anger there was.
The more what?
Anger there was.
That sounds like Ecclesiastes 7. Let me get that.
Right.
Ecclesiastes 7:7.
Yep.
You can finish that. The more anger there was.
Boutrin said.
Right.
So I decided to put all my energy into paying tribute to these men and women.
That's what our bishops have been laboring and doing for decades. They've been doing it biblically as the Lord commanded, paying tribute to waking our people up.
That's right.
We get that the intention of this brother is to do the same thing, but he's going about it the wrong way. Because wisdom makes a wise man. Well, let's read the scripture.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Oppression, the oppression of our people, the killing of 12.5 million, read.
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
Right. And so what's the gift? What's going to happen is our people are going to get partnership with these French men and women, and they're going to have everything pacified and slowed down, and that hunger is going to subside. Our bishop tells us, hey, we are not going to get bought out. We're not going to subside, and we're going to finish this till the end. It is what it is. Right. That's it.
Right. Hey, I want you to finish reading that last part about France, because we was talking about this a while ago, where it says
2001?
2001, yeah.
In 2001, France officially recognized transatlantic slavery as a crime against humanity.
Damn.
Yo, that's crazy.
Right.
Damn.
In 2001, France, now we're going to recognize, yeah, my bad. I shouldn't have did that. I don't think that was the right thing to do, right? Get Psalms chapter 73. Get Psalm 73. Hey, this stuff is a slap in our face.
Straight up.
That brother, like you just saying, that should piss him off. That should really anger him. Now in 2001, it said in the 15th to the 19th century, y'all was doing this, and we know went past that.
Right.
And now in 2001, you're going to recognize that something went wrong. Right. That you did something wrong.
Correct.
Psalm 73 and read verse 8.
The book of Psalm, chapter 73 and verse 8.
Start at verse 6.
Verse 6. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain.
Right. These people are a prideful people. The fact that you can put that out there talking about I'm just now recognizing we did something wrong in 2001. Read.
Violence covereth them as a garment.
What covers them as a garment?
Violence covereth them as a garment.
Because it's not just them transporting us as slaves. When you got, first of all, to get you on the ship, there was violence done.
Correct.
There was war. We didn't sit up there and was like, well, you know what? We going to France. We.
Right.
Hell nah. There was fighting. There was battle. There was killing going on.
Right.
Then you got on the ship. There was atrocities being done unto you on your ship. You get off the ship, there's still rape, robbing, and murdering going off your people. These people are covered in violence. Read.
Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish.
Because they're a covetous people. Everywhere they go, they tell you manifest destiny. The Lord wills it. The Lord wills it.
Damn.
You ever watch some of them old time movies? They stay saying that when they want to conquer your land.
Right.
Meanwhile, you sitting right there looking at him like, what are you doing in my front door? Right? Read.
They are corrupt.
They are what?
They are corrupt.
They are a corrupt people. Read.
And speak wickedly concerning oppression.
We got a prime example right here because they're making it seem like a light thing, like, oh yeah, 2001, we recognize that, right? So wait a second, if you recognized it, what are you going to do to fix it?
Correct.
What are you going to do to fix it? Read.
They speak loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth.
And their tongue walketh through the earth. I want you to pull it back up and finish reading the rest of it. In France. I'm going to show you something with this. Because when I read this, it started to get on me, and I want you to read it, though.
Yep. Starts in 2001.
In 2001, France officially recognized transatlantic slavery as a crime against humanity. But according to the French Foundation of the Remembrance of Slavery, racism persists.
You don't say.
Wow.
You don't say.
So they recognize the George Floyd situations and the Philando Castile and all the brothers and sisters that put to death at the hands of white people. Oh,
now, pull up that Wikipedia real quick. You got some more on this?
No, sir. That was
all right,
it.
pull up the Wikipedia real quick because we're talking about France, right? Here's something that some of y'all may not realize. when France, right, when there was a Haitian revolution, somehow France got Levi, because that's what the so-called Haitian are. You're from the tribe of Levi.
That's right.
To pay them back for the times they missed out on enslaving you.
That's crazy.
So it sounds like that contributed to them realizing what they did in 2001.
There you go.
Damn.
There you go. Watch this. Read that real quick.
So
Haiti independence debt. The Haiti indemnity controversy involves an 1825 agreement between Haiti and France that included France demanding its indemnity of 150 million francs to be paid to Haiti in claims over property, including Haitian slaves.
Including what?
Haitian slaves.
So wait a second. So you rob my people, rape my people, oppress my people, take me in slavery. Then I got to pay you back for the time that you missed out on it.
Damn. Had to pay reparations for being
I
a
had to
slave.
pay you reparations for being a slave. Watch this though. Keep reading.
That was lost through the Haitian Revolution in return for diplomatic recognition, with the debt removing $21 billion from the Haitian economy.
Now, you know what's crazy about that? When did America have to pay back England?
wait a minute.
For saying that we want this, we're keeping this because it's
Yeah.
I don't recall that. Right?
No.
Keep reading.
The first annual payment alone was 6 times Haitians' annual revenue.
So they can't even afford to pay this, right? Go ahead.
The payment was later reduced to 90 million francs in 1838.
1838, correct me if I'm wrong. Was we not still slaves?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Still slaves. So they're saying, I know you're still a slave, you can't afford it, so we're going to cut it down to 90 francs, right? Let's see what 90 francs equals to.
Equivalent to 33 billion.
What?
33 billion. 875 million. 264,274 in 2023.
In 2023. Don't forget about that last dollar. They want every last dollar, right? Keep reading.
With Haiti paying about 112 million francs in total.
Go ahead.
Over the 122 years between 1825 and 1947. The debt severely hampered Haitians' economy development as payments of capital and interest totaling a significant share of Haitians' GDP.
So it damaged their economy, like the soldier was saying. So when white man talks about this, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. How? How?
You ain't got the answers for it.
You ain't got the answers. How am I supposed to do this, right? I want you to jump down to where it says, scroll down, where it says, stop right there. Hold on, go back up a little bit. It says, due to unrealistic demands. Start from right there.
Due to the unrealistic demands pushed by France, Haiti was forced to take large loans from the France bank.
Wait a minute.
Wait, hold on. So
pause the tape.
So wait a second. So
that's crazy.
I can't afford to pay you back slave money from you enslaving me. So now you give me a loan to pay you with interest.
To pay you, and now I got to pay back that loan. But I still got to pay back what I owed you at first too.
Right.
The slavery,
what y'all got?
the slavery got rewrapped.
Real quick.
Bring it out.
That's crazy.
We're going to go back to the curses.
Bring it out.
Give me Deuteronomy 28:29.
That's right.
Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy.
A lot of our brothers and sisters that we encounter from the tribe of Levi still follow after the religion of their oppressors. Y'all love being Seventh-day Adventists. Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 29. And thou shalt grope at noonday.
Thou shalt grope at noonday. You feeling around trying to figure out what's going on because they done did such a number on you. So in your groping, you go for other religions. You go for everything except for what the Lord told you you're supposed to be doing in the first place, which is keeping God's laws and faith in Christ. Read.
As the blind gropeth in darkness.
As the blind gropeth in darkness. Read.
And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways.
Why will you not prosper in your ways? Because they gonna put $33 billion debt on you, and then when you can't pay it back, they gonna make you take out a loan
with interest
and make you pay back that loan plus the original debt. So guess what? You're not gonna be able to prosper in your ways. Read.
And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore.
That's oppression and spoiling at its finest right there. In case you ain't know, the white man is the devil.
That's right.
Damn.
Hey, let me get Lamentations 4
Bring
and
it out.
17.
Praises.
because
You gotta fight for
that's
that
crazy.
principle.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm in Lamentations too. I'm like,
You in the spirit.
you in the spirit. You in the spirit.
Because that's crazy to think like a lot of this oppression and stuff, because it said racism still persists.
Right.
A lot of this stuff, we only see it at a face value. Like, I've never thought to look up, like, the Haitians had to pay back a debt that they had to pay for slavery. Like, these are stuff way past the power that we even hold as a people.
That's
But read Lamentations 4.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 17.
Bring it out.
As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
So that's things like this brother needs to focus on. Like, you looking for the wrong help. Our help is in the Most High God. These scriptures right here. When you go back to the same people who oppressed you and made you pay reparations for being in slavery, you are looking for vain help.
Right.
That is not the people you want to go to. The people who enslaved your ancestors, murdered your children, and still kill you today. These aren't the people you look for. Read on.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
It is impossible for the nation to save us, who you see they have systematically designed to keep you oppressed.
Right.
It's no way you can come up from the oppression and the debt that still plagues us as a people. Read verse 19.
Verse 19. Our persecutors are swifter than the
Our
eagles.
persecutors are swifter than the eagles. They're 10 steps ahead of us. 12 steps ahead of us.
Right.
It ain't no way to get back. You can't pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You ain't got no bootstraps.
Right.
That's how far ahead of us that they are.
You
We ain't
don't got no
nothing-
shoes.
You ain't got no shoes to even stand on.
Right.
Like, how are we supposed to pull ourselves up when we see how far and how deep that they've gone to destroy us as a people?
Right.
That's all I wanted on that.
Hey, can we get Ecclesiastes chapter 4? Because, hey, what you see in this whole scenario is they got power, bruh.
Yep.
They got power on their side. We have no power. Because, first off, on one side, you being oppressed, you enslaved. Then, when you do form some type of, we say, independence, you got to pay your oppressors back for you not being enslaved under them anymore. That shows they is no matter what you can do. The Lord said that this is going to happen to us for breaking His commandments. But read that. Go ahead.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4 and verse 1.
Yep, go ahead.
So I returned and considered all the oppressions that are done under the sun.
All the oppressions, like obviously Haziel read earlier. What he read, under the whole heaven. All the things that happen to us, no other nation can compare to, right? Go ahead.
And behold, the tears of such as were oppressed.
That's talking about the Israelites.
Right.
We the ones being oppressed. Our people stressed out, going through hell, right? Go ahead.
And they had no comforter.
No comforter, because the Lord said, I'm going to turn my back on you, right? Go ahead.
And on the side of the oppressors.
On the side of our oppressors, we got France. We got the British.
Right.
We got the Dutch.
Right.
Right. All of these oppressors, right? We got all the other nations as well, because don't forget, you had the so-called Chinese men. They had us in slavery.
Arab.
Right?
Yep.
You got all of these nations. There are oppressors, right? Go ahead.
And on the side of their oppressors.
Was what?
There was power.
There was power. That's what you're seeing right here. They got power to do whatever they want because we disobeyed God, so the Lord took away our power. All right.
Hey, officer, you know what this reminds me of? This particular tactic, because another organization got down like this.
Yeah.
The mafia.
Yeah.
The freaking mafia.
Yeah.
When you owed the mafia money, originally they would come and just break your legs or put your feet in cement, make you go sleep with the fishes. But then they got smart. Like, you know what? Hey, all right, you owe us this money, so here, you can borrow more money on that borrowed money. But
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
They get passive income now.
You borrowing money to pay back the money you already owe.
Right.
That's mafia stuff right there. These people are crazy.
I think it's crazy. Good. I want you to continue reading because there's something interesting going to come up after this.
Haiti was forced to take large loans from the France bank. Credit Industriel debt commercial enriched the bank's shareholders.
So it said it enriched the bank's shareholders. Do me a favor real quick, IT. We're going to come back to this. Click on the link that was right below this one because we need to know who owns this bank. Who owns this bank?
A drum roll.
We ain't going to read it. We just going to read the title.
Uh-oh.
Come on.
Rothschild banking family of France.
Of what?
One more
Of
time.
France.
Damn.
There you go. Let's go back to the article. So, hey, it's not no conspiracy theory, nothing.
Correct.
These are facts. These are facts. And you know who the Rothschilds are, right?
Yes, sir.
Hamelech.
Yep.
Hamelech.
Chaim.
So they had to take out a loan from Amalek, the Ishman, to go pay back the Frenchman with interest for not allowing him to be his slave master
Yeah.
for a certain length of time.
Damn.
So now you owe two of your oppressors.
Right.
So-
That's the point.
That's crazy.
That's the point.
That's crazy.
Right? Now, go ahead, keep reading.
Though France received its last indemnity payment in 1888, the government of the United States,
Of who?
the United States,
Uh-huh.
funded the acquisition of Haiti's treasury in 1911. In order to receive interest payments related to the indemnity.
Wow. So now you have another Edomite nation.
Uncle Sam said, I want in on this.
Hey, go to Psalms 83. You can't make this stuff up.
That's crazy.
You can't make, and these are facts. These are facts. But you know how you can root through this stuff? With the understanding of the scriptures.
That's right.
Psalms 83, start at verse 2.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83
Matter of fact, start at verse 1.
and verse 1. Keep not thou
Not to keep silence for the oppression done unto our people. Read.
hold not thy peace, be not still, O God.
Read.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
It says enemies.
That's right.
We done read a little portion about the French, which led to what? Amalek, the Jewish man.
Right,
And
right.
also what? Esau, Idumean, Edom, because they all Edomites.
Right.
The American white man. Right. Read.
Right.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They've become above us as a nation of people. We literally see an example of them lifting up the head. USA realized, you know what? Your treasury ain't ish. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to loan you some cash too, because I'm trying to eat in off of your oppression.
Trying to get in, son.
I'm trying to get some of this right
Uncle
here,
Sam
right?
said, let me get some of that.
Watch this. Read verse 3.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have done what?
Taking crafty counsel.
What's the crafty counsel? It started with slavery.
Right.
That's what we're reading about right here. All of these governments' infrastructure, it started with slavery. From slavery, it funded what? The banking system. From the banking system, they what? They got military power, like Officer was saying. And what military power can you do? Conquer other nations, conquer the world. And then from there, you set up what next? Education. So you can miseducate the slaves.
Bring it out.
And now your infrastructure, which is basically white supremacy, aka racial systemic racism, like Fran said, it may still be going on.
Correct.
This is why people is lost in the sauce.
Right.
But you're seeing all of them have a hand in this, right? Now I want you to pay attention to something real quick, because he said United States, right? Guess what the United States is? Babylon the Great.
That's right.
Go to Revelation chapter 17. We're gonna show it to y'all. Go to Revelation chapter 17. This place right here is the mother of all harlots. Read Revelation 17:1.
The book of Revelation, chapter 17 and verse 1.
Come on.
And there came one of the seven angels, which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore
So he's going to show you the judgment of the great whore. Read.
that sitteth upon many waters.
Now it says this whore sits upon many waters. Let's get Habakkuk 2 and 5. What is he talking about, many waters? America is the only country in this world that sets up their military bases in everybody's backyard.
Everywhere.
Hey, you China, guess what? That's my land. That's my military base.
Right.
That's my navy in your waters. Oh, you Japan? Yeah, that's my military base. I'm setting up over there. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 5.
Come on.
Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine.
By his lies, by his philosophies, by his politics, read.
He is a proud man.
He's become a proud nation upon this earth, read.
Neither keepeth at home.
Wait a minute. Nah, he stays at home.
Neither keepeth at home.
America is in everybody's business. We see with Ukraine and Russia, they threw a rock and then they ran away and left Ukraine to be fighting that battle. Why? Because Russia is trying to get strategic powers set up in Ukraine. America don't want that. America wants to have all the advantage. They never stay at home. Read.
Who enlargeth his desire as hell.
And wherever he goes, death and destruction follows. And he's covetous. He sees you've got a little piece of land. I want that. He sees you got the Caribbean. I want that. Everything they see they want, and they conquer with the sword. Read.
And is as death.
And he says death, because when he does it, it's by the sword. There's death and destruction when he comes in there. Read.
And cannot be satisfied.
He is never satisfied. Example, United States realizes Haiti can never pay back this debt. They step in and come eat off of it.
Right.
Never satisfied.
Opportunity.
Read.
But gathereth unto him all nations.
What does he gather?
Unto him all nations.
That's why they say this is the land of prosperity, because everybody wants to come here.
Right.
They've already got, what do they call it? The great melting pot. You can find every nation under the earth in this place, Babylon the Great. Read.
And heapeth unto him all people.
And he heap unto him all people. Go back, Revelation 17 and read verse 5.
Revelation chapter 17 and verse 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great.
Right. It called Mystery Babylon because guess what? Not everybody has the understanding this is Babylon. A lot of Christians, you read the Bible, you talking about that's the time of Nebuchadnezzar. Newsflash. Prophecy said no man will dwell there. Last time I checked, people living in Iraq.
Bring it out.
Y'all had a whole desert storm and war going over there in the late 90s, right? That's why it's called Mystery Babylon, because everyone does not know this place is obviously Babylon the Great. Read.
Bring it out.
Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots.
It's the mother of harlots. Why? All manner of evil. You got homosexual, sodomite laws over here. You got laws where kids can be against their parents. You got all manner of evil laws that come from here. And what do? They call it westernized civilization. They bring that into other countries. That's why they call them the mother of harlots. Read.
And abominations of the earth.
And all manner of abominations of the earth is here. Now, I want y'all to check this out, right? Jump over to chapter 18 and let's read verse 4. So now we understand America is the mother of all harlots, right? What did America do with the nations? Read.
Revelation chapter 18 and verse 4. And I heard, verse 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Her fornication, her policy, her democracy, her lies, her wicked laws. All nations. You got Arab nations now that have strict laws that now the women is taking off the, what do you call it, hijab or whatever. They rocking pants over there.
Pants now.
You got transformer laws going on over there. All nations that they've heaped up under them, they're drinking off that wine of the fornication. Go ahead.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
And they've committed fornication. Why? Because they agree with her policies. Read.
And the merchants of the earth and the merchants of the earth.
The Rothschilds, the France, the America.
Are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Through the abundance of her delicacies. For time's sake, jump down and let's see what's one of the abundance of her delicacies. Verse 13.
Bring it out.
Verse 13. And cinnamon, and odors, and ointments, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beasts, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and slaves.
Because that money that America's trying to finance to get bread off of Haiti is based off of what?
And slaves.
It's based off of our people's slavery.
And souls of men.
And the debt of our people. And the debt of our people. We read that. I was like, yo, that's crazy. And look, the facts is right there. It's right there. Go ahead, officer. You had something?
Yes. Hey,
bring it out.
First Maccabees chapter 3 verse 41. Because this ain't the first time. What officers bring it out is heavy. This ain't the first time that they took advantage of us when we were in the form of servitude, right? Read that. First Maccabees chapter 3 verse 41.
The book of First Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 41.
Yep, go ahead.
And the merchants of the country.
And the what?
And the merchants of the country.
Just like the officer was bringing out. America had what? You have merchants that came and took advantage of what? The slaves of Israel. Go ahead.
Hearing the fame of them, took silver and gold very much.
Right, go ahead.
With servants.
Right, go ahead.
And came into the camp to buy the children of Israel.
Right, they came to buy the children of Israel. So, we see this over and over again. It's a part of our history where the nations would come together and they would what? They would take advantage of us being slaves, and they would want a piece of the pie. They'd be like, hey, it said they heard the fame of us, right? So they obviously had to talk about it. The word went out. You know what? Hey, I want a piece of that too. So we seeing the same thing in our modern day history.
So in these think tanks and the United Nations meetings, they're doing the same thing. They're decades ahead of us right now. And we have a Messiah coming to get us anyway.
Absolutely. You got some, officer?
Yes, sir. Let me get Isaiah 47 in verse 1 to land back off what you was reading, officer. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. We're going to read about that whore that we were reading about in Revelation.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 47 and verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground.
So this is what's important about this stuff we bringing out, because we tired of the lies being taught to our people about how great this nation is, how great this people is, the beautiful so-called neighborhood-friendly white man. Nah, the white man has been killing and murdering and enslaving our people in every country for years. Read.
There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Because when you go and you actually learn, like you mentioned, the miseducation we're being taught. When you read about their history, you don't read about none of this.
Nope.
You read about how great they were. You read about the Abraham Lincoln and George Washington and the founding fathers. You don't read about the murder and the desolation they did to our people to take this land. You don't read about that. Read on.
Take the millstones and grind mill. Uncover thy locks and make bare the leg.
Read.
Uncover the thigh. Pass over the rivers.
So this isn't some beautiful virgin anymore. We're exposing Babylon. We're exposing the white man for the murder that he truly is to our people. Read on.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
So just like you mentioned, soldier, we will have a redeemer come for the shame that this man has brought upon our people. We will be redeemed, but we must keep God's commandments.
That's right.
That's heavy what you said, officer, because we have a major high holy day coming up, and it celebrates our deliverance,
Bring it out.
our redemption from things like this. So our people have to know that, hey, yeah, these things are happening, but there is a way out of all of this oppression, and that is through your repentance. Hey, I'm going to show y'all something. Go to Isaiah 14. Go to Isaiah 14. Give me verse.
Bring out the gospel.
Give me verse.
That's right.
Give me verse 6.
The good news.
The book of
Several
Isaiah.
places I wanted to go, but go to verse 6.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 6. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke.
He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. Namely, number one on the list, the Most High's hit list, Edom.
That's
right. All right, read.
He that ruled the nations in anger.
And he ruled the nations in anger. How? Because he went about the earth raping, robbing, and murdering his way to the top. And then he spread the wealth to the other nations, and now they enjoy the fruits of our destruction. Read.
Is persecuted and none hinder it.
But what's going to happen to him? It's going to flip on him.
Right.
And nobody's going to stop that thing because it's of the Lord. Read.
That's right.
The whole earth is at rest.
And when that happens, the whole earth will be at rest. And what?
Right.
And is quiet. They break forth into singing.
They break forth into singing. We gonna sing a righteous song. Hey, they funny back here.
Yeah.
Read. Or, hey, matter of fact, jump down to verse 21.
Verse 21.
Yes,
Bring it
sir.
out.
Prepare slaughter for their children.
Because a lot of people will say, hey, that was a long time ago.
Right.
This is what was done in past. Slavery is done with. Hey, we just need to forgive. Turn the other cheek. But what did the Lord say? Read.
Prepare slaughter for his children.
Prepare slaughter for his children. Why? His children are still enjoying the fruits of what they wicked fathers did.
Right.
And they ain't restored nothing to us. Read.
For the iniquity of their fathers. That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
The Lord said, cut them off.
That's right.
All praises to the Most High.
That is right.
Hey, pull that back up. We got a little bit left because there's one more interesting fact that we need to get across to our people's minds.
So goodbye to Gomer.
Right.
What else we got? Ashkenaz.
You can read where it says, though France received
the last indemnity payment in 1888, the government of the United States funded the acquisition of Haiti's treasury in 1911 in order to receive the interest payments related to the indemnity in 1922. The rest of Haiti's debt to France was moved to be paid to American investors. It took until 1947, about 122 years, of Haiti to finally pay off all the associated interest to the National City Bank of New York. Now, Citibank.
Right.
Now Citibank.
Everybody knows who Citibank is.
Yep. Hey, but they only paid the interest. That's not even the full.
There you go. There you go.
Gosh.
Yeah, keep
So
reading.
what happened to the principal?
In 2016, the Parliament of France repealed the 1825 ordinance.
You got to scroll down.
of Charles X. Though no reparations.
No what?
Reparations have been offered by France.
Damn.
Of course not.
So although they're acknowledging their evil, they're acknowledging what they did to you. There is no reparations offered by France.
Sorry, not sorry.
That's the same what we was reading earlier, that there's no power in our hand. We had to pay them reparations, but when they actually admit, okay, we were wrong, where's our reparations now?
Right.
We have no power.
Hey, what he just read there, because we read by it a little quick, they passed it off to America anyway.
Yep.
That debt was passed off to the U.S., so they can say, oh, yeah, we was wrong for it. But like you said, there's no reparations. We feel bad about that.
No reparations,
Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that.
Hey,
We
go
was
to Deuteronomy 28 and 31 real quick. Deuteronomy 20 and 31. Because guess what? The Lord already told us you weren't getting no reparations from these people, bro.
That's right.
They got you paying them for the time they missed out on enslaving you and then added interest to it. Hey, this is the thing. That's why the Lord said, hey, he gotta judge them. They gotta be removed.
That's right.
There's no amount of money they can give you back for the souls of our people.
Right.
There's no price tag you could put on it.
Right.
Yeah, read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 31. Thy ox shall be slain before thy eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Thy ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face, and shall not be restored to thee.
And never is it going to be restored, meaning what? No reparations.
Right.
It ain't happening. It's not in his spirit.
Right.
But I'm going to show you something. Get Daniel chapter 7. Shout out to, I think it was Bishop or Deacon brought this out. We don't need no death reparations from you. Because when Christ returns,
That's
we're
right.
take
That's
what
right.
belongs to us.
That's right.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 18.
The book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
Now we're going to ask for it.
Shall take the kingdom.
We're going to vote for it.
Shall take the kingdom.
We're going to take the kingdom when we get power.
That's right. And possess the kingdom forever.
Forever.
And even forever and ever.
Ever and ever and ever. Amen.
That's right.
You got some else?
Oh yeah.
on, bring it
Exodus
out.
chapter 21, verse 16. Because it's backing up the point. It's impossible for them to pay reparations. They took us as slaves. They stole us from our land, right? So what could they actually pay for the lives that they took of our brothers and sisters? What could they actually pay? Let's see what the Bible says.
The book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 16.
Yep, go ahead.
And he that stealeth a man.
Because we know we were stolen by the French, right?
Right.
Like you said, you got the Dutch.
Right.
You got America. All of these nations, the Arabs, the Chinese.
Yep.
They stole us, right? Go ahead.
And selleth him.
And then what?
And selleth him.
Right. That's how they got their money, right? That's how they got rich. They got it off of our backs. Let's get on.
Or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
Right. So reparations, we don't need that. We want what the Lord is going to give us.
That's
the Lord is going to give us righteous judgment.
Right.
All right. All praises to the Most
Rulership.
High.
Hey, so biblically, that's the reparations.
That's a reparation.
That is reparations right
All
there.
praises to the Most
It
High.
will happen.
All praise. Joseph, you got something?
Go ahead. Hey, I got one, but go ahead.
All right.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
But go ahead.
All right. Hey, let's go to the next segment. We're gonna go to Glory of the Grecians.
Oh.
We're gonna go to Glory of the Grecians. Now this one is very interesting. This one's very interesting. You can pull that up. Because, recently, Bishop, we've been prophesying against Moab, against Ammon, against the nations, against Edom, right? And all praise to the Most High. Soldier Eleazar here posted something that provoked this thought. It should be under Glory to Grecians. I think that's number...
This
Article
one is
11.
crazy, too.
Okay. Hey, Officer Zeph, where you at?
Hey.
Keep the political commentary to
Let's go.
yourself.
Yeah.
Or someone once said, shut up and dribble.
Hey. Christ coming back to judge these demons.
Yeah. Okay.
All the heathens, they gonna be screaming.
Hey.
Christ coming back, number one, Edom.
Hey.
Freedom.
Hey.
Hey.
That's it right there.
Hey.
We want freedom, it ain't free. Is you dumb?
Hey. need Absalom.
That's when I run it back. That's when I run it back.
He the freestyler.
About to have a remix. Hey, so this next segment is Glory to Grecians. So we're going to touch on a particular sports topic. Everybody know who Kobe Bryant is, right? Kobe.
Right.
You know, I know the brother died, I think, a couple years ago, but for some odd reason, people don't want to let this man rest in peace, right? Read that.
Cashing in on people's love of Kobe. Chinese man uses blackface to transform himself into Kobe Bryant. And makes $12,000 in 10 days.
So this is crazy. Scroll up. I want you to read this article, bro. This is bugged out. He made over 12 stacks in 10 days.
Wow.
Because he knows people still love and admire. You know how they say idolize these sports figures. And the brother had passed. He was a good player.
Wow.
Brother had passed. And now this Moabite, this heathen, is making money off of this brother's death, right? This Maz, right?
Wow.
Watch this. Read that.
A Chinese gamer and social media influencer has discovered a new career after fans noticed that he has a striking resemblance to one of the world's most celebrated basketball players. Now, instead of playing video games all day, the 21-year-old Yunnan resident has embraced his newly found role as a Kobe Bryant impersonator.
Wow.
Now, the social media influencer has captivated audiences by morphing his appearance with makeup and a haircut from a fair-skinned Asian man to mirror the late African-American sports legend.
Right. Scroll down and let's see the picture, because they got a picture side by side, and this is crazy. Look at this. Wow. Somebody come look at this.
Come on,
bro.
Hey.
What the hell is this?
These people is crazy with it. I seen it.
My bad, officer. You see how they slid that sneak diss in there? They was like, first he was fair skinned, but if he looked like Kobe, that's no longer fair skinned. Because you're black.
Right.
That's crazy, bro.
That's disgusting.
Wow. How far are you gonna go?
Hell no.
You can't make this stuff up, man.
Hey, go back up and then read that top paragraph where it says before Majin Buu.
Before Majin impersonated the 18-time NBA All-Star, he had just a modest following of a few thousand in Douyin, the Chinese analog of TikTok. However, since channeling the persona of the late Los Angeles Lakers star, his follower count surged to over 600,000.
Right. So he got popularity off of this man's death. Right? Go ahead.
This newfound fame isn't just vanity, it's profitability. In a mere 10 days, his Kobe Bryant impersonations ranked in 80,000 yuan, US $12,000.
$12,000, bro, in 10 days.
Stack a day, basically.
Bruh.
Damn.
Go ahead.
According to the South China Morning Post.
So now I want you to scroll down, right? Scroll down.
That guy's disgusting.
So we got that this brother, he darkened his skin tone. So he did blackface.
Yeah.
Let's
Right.
keep it real.
Yeah.
He got a low fade
Another
and
heathen.
did blackface. And you know, Chinese people, they don't have beautiful wool hair like us.
Right.
I've been seeing stuff online about that too, where they perm their hair and they do all kind of witchcraft and make it look like wool hair.
I seen one where it was a Chinese man. He actually got one of those, like the little whatever. I don't know what transformation it was, but they was doing a little finger
Little
roll
twisty
thing.
things.
Yeah, pretty much. He was trying to get waves.
Yeah.
So he switched up his hair, then did some type of chemical imbalance. I don't know what it was, but yeah, it's crazy.
Hey, scroll down to where it says "I'm now learning." So this brother, he did the blackface. He switched up his hair, all of that, right?
Damn.
Even changed his physique because they was getting on him like, bro, you're not even that muscular.
Right.
How this gonna work, right? Watch this.
I'm now learning English to pay a better tribute to Kobe Bryant.
Now he gonna talk about some I'm paying tribute to him, bro.
Identity theft, bro. Cut the crap, man.
He said as he prepared to take his impersonations to the next level.
So he's gonna ramp this up. He ain't stopping this, bro. So somewhere in Huangshan, China, you're gonna be walking around talking about, can I get your autograph?
Where are all the athletes that cried at Kobe's funeral saying how great of a man he was? Where are you guys?
That's right.
The ones that said, yeah, man, I spent this many years on the All-Star team with him, and we traveled to this way, that way. Nobody speaking up.
Wait,
nobody saying a word.
Yao Ming.
Where is Yao Ming?
This is disgraceful.
Damn.
Kobe did bang it on Yao Ming, so
Probably still salty.
might be salty over there, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Finish reading the rest of that.
Dubbing himself the Chinese version of Kobe Bryant. He plans to provide to his family with the money he makes playing the celebrity.
So he wants to provide for his family. He ain't talking about donating nothing to the daughters or none of that type of stuff. Imagine how his daughters and his wife feel seeing that. You know the kind of heartache that you put back on them? The wound that you tear open?
Damn.
These people don't give a damn about it. But I'm going to show you something, though. Is it on this one? Scroll down.
That's crazy.
Hey, officer, that next sentence right there, right after he said that, tells what's on his mind. Because he said he ain't thinking about the daughter or nothing.
Right.
Hey, read that next line.
I hope to earn more money, buy a car for my dad.
Buy a car for my dad.
And get my sister a new phone.
And get my sister a new phone. He don't give a damn about Kobe's family.
Nope.
He's like, hey, I'm trying to get money so I can help my family.
Hey, that sounds like that record executive, that Amalek guy that said, hey, man, I got a family to feed. I understand that the music is very violent, but, you know, it is what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
Same exact situation, man. These people are disgusting.
Capitalizing off our death.
Right.
And this man's an impersonator. I want to know, could this man cross anybody up or dunk on anybody? Or like, what you get paid for, man?
Nah.
That's insane.
Hey, so let me see. So now I want y'all to pay attention to something. We go with that. Pull up the next one. So we got this brother doing this, right? Pull up the one that I think is a link to it to the video. Because it's not just him. Now check this out. I believe Soldier Eliezer, you got the backstory for this brother right here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. Let's watch that video first. See what he says. Let's build it up. Because he walks in there proud. Well, he doesn't even walk in there, actually. Go ahead and play the video. He gets strolled into this courtroom. Oh, yeah. And this is the same nation of people. Blackface. Once again. Play it.
From the moment Mark Char was wheeled into court today, what was supposed to be a routine sentencing hearing quickly went off the rails.
The reason why I'm like this is because I prepared myself to play my part in your kangaroo court, treating me like a black man. Oh, hell no! This kangaroo court is giving me a life sentence for me trying to protect and defend myself against the attack from 3 guys. In essence, treating me like a black man.
You hear this, y'all? Israel, do you hear what this Moabite is saying?
Damn.
That he's being treated like a black man. He is what is that? Deuteronomy 28, man, where we're treated as a proverb and a byword?
So
that's
I'm
what
curious,
he's doing.
Why is he even locked up in the first place?
All right, let's bring that out. Absolutely.
Because I'm curious. I mean,
Yes,
you
sir.
can explain it. You can explain it.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
Israel, we're going to become an astonishment. Read.
A proverb and a byword.
He's utilizing us. He's mocking Israel right in the courtroom. That's what we're doing. All right, let's read where and why he was locked up. Let's bring that up. It's going to be a picture on the I'm just going to read it because it's on the
you can read it. That's fine.
It says, his crime was shocking enough. Pepper spraying and stabbing 2 men in a road rage case, then knifing the 3rd man who stopped to help them.
Damn.
So there's a road rage case.
Wow.
He stabs 2 guys. There was 1 bystander that stopped to help all of them. They were in a car accident, road rage case, blah, 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 and he stabs him too.
Damn.
But he seems to be Mr. Innocent. He's painting himself to be Mr. Innocent. Behind who? Behind blackface. Behind Israel. All right.
Talking about he's trying to treat like he's black. Now, here's what's interesting though. So
that's crazy.
You seen the Asian man mocking Kobe Bryant, right? You seen this gentleman who's a murderer, basically, mocking our people, right? Watch this. They have it's not just isolated incidents. That whole nation, Moab and Ammon, by the way, which is the so-called Chinese and Japanese and Mongolians and stuff, and they all move in the same spirit. Play this right now. I gave y'all the timestamps for this.
That's in Japhetic nations.
This Bishop actually brought this out years ago with a class called Mocking of the Enemy. I want y'all to look at this real quick. Go to the timestamp. I think it's 121:50 to 124:44. Yep, let it play.
What are you going to do about it? Let's talk about art, shall we? We'll start with music, the universal language. In this case, what it's saying is, we don't respect black people. This is a Jap who's doing an Al Jolson routine, mocking Louis Armstrong.
He put on blackface to entertain their people, mocking Louis Armstrong. Look how she looking. Like, you look like a Negro.
You look like a Negro.
And he looks demonic as hell, man. What the
He says, and the little bastards are just eating it up. Look at this.
Here's another one from Korea this time.
So this is from Korea. Can't even sing.
That guy's terrible.
They even got no lips.
Nope.
What are you going to
You had to paint him on.
No lips.
Here's a Korean named Nikki S.
Now
Lee.
pause real quick.
Wow.
Pause real quick. I wanted this one specifically because I never knew this. Because this is where they also infiltrated the hip hop scene, right? Go ahead, play it.
On a series of pictures about her misadventures trying to fit into the hip hop scene, she decided to paint herself brown and claim she was just doing it so she could get into the mood. So, what do you think? A harmless case of a clueless but otherwise well-meaning Asian.
Stop it.
That's Mobb Deep in the background.
Mobb Deep right behind it.
Damn.
Just another yellow bastard who's using a pathetic excuse to keep her made in Taiwan as a kid. You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is, what are you gonna do about it? This group is known as the Bubble Sisters. They're a Korean group who decided they would use blackface as a gimmick.
They were
But
so
wait until
bad.
you hear the reason why, and you're gonna love this. According to them, they were told that they weren't pretty enough to be a professional singing group. So instead, they would need a gimmick if they wanted to get people to buy their albums. Well, they decided that the perfect gimmick would be to play on the ugly theme.
Damn.
They were
Wow.
professionals. So this is their gimmick, that they're ugly and proud of it. Now you already know what the racial inference here is. But the question is, what are you going to do about it?
Pause. I'm going to show you what we're going to do about it. Go to Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 8.
Bring it out.
Because all of these mockings, and I wanted to show that because when I read the article, I'm like, bro, like, what? A blackface for Kobe Bryant? Like, what was really going on?
Right.
We always get on Esau, rightly so, because he's always doing that stuff. But it's showing you the nations, they all confederate. They have the same mind when it comes to disrespecting our people.
Right.
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 8. Because it's not the first time Moab has done this.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 8. I have heard the reproach of Moab.
Of the Chinese man. God said, I've heard the reproach of Moab. Read.
And the revelings of the children of Ammon.
And his ancestral brother, the Ammonites, the Japanese and Koreans. Read.
Whereby they have reproached my people.
They reproach our people day and night. We got movies that make fun of it, but it's the truth.
Right.
You go in some of the restaurants or businesses, hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy. They're putting on blackface, talking about they have a gimmick to look ugly, disrespecting our sisters, but our sisters go to their nail salons and get
Bring
their
it
nails
out.
done. Read.
And magnified themselves against their border.
Read.
Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel.
The God of Israel.
Surely Moab shall be as Sodom.
He said, Moab, you're going to be like Sodom, destroyed. Read.
And the children of Ammon as Gomorrah.
Destroyed. Hey, newsflash. Sodom and Gomorrah got destroyed by nuclear fire.
That's
from the
right.
Lord. Read.
Even the breeding of nettles and salt pits and a perpetual desolation.
And a perpetual desolation. Real quick, let's get Jeremiah chapter 48.
You're in the spirit.
Let's get Jeremiah chapter 48. I want you to start at verse 16.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We're going to prophesy against y'all wicked behind. So that angels could activate and the Lord brings swift destruction on your people.
Jeremiah chapter 48, verse 16. The calamity of Moab is
what?
The calamity of Moab is near to come.
It's near to come. Read.
Right. And his affliction hasted fast.
And his affliction hasted fast. Jump to verse 25.
Verse 25, the horn of Moab is cut off.
It says the horn, that meaning what? His president, his ruler, his leader is going to be cut off. Read.
And his arm is broken.
And his strength, that military that he got over there, that he thinking he going to surpass America with, is going to be annihilated. Right. Read.
Saith the Lord.
God said that this is going to happen. Read.
Make ye him drunken, for he magnified himself against the Lord.
You know you magnify yourself against the Lord because you're coming against the Lord's chosen people.
That's right.
We are God's chosen people.
Yes,
How
we are.
dare you fix your lip to talk crap about us?
Right.
How dare you put on blackface to mock our people? Read.
Moab also shall wallow in his vomit.
He's going to wallow in his vomit. Read.
And he shall be in derision.
And he shall be in derision. Come on.
For was not Israel a derision unto thee?
Right. What we are derision, that's what you're doing to us right now. Even back then, you made mockery of us, our ancestors that fight against you. Today, you literally have us in derision. How many commercials we seen, and we brought it out before, they got soap commercials talking about you were black, he washed himself, all of a sudden now he's clean now, looking like a Moabite. You have our people in derision every day. Read.
Was he found among thieves? For since thou spokest of him, thou skippedest for joy.
They are having joy at our misery. They're having joy. That's what you read in Lamentation 2:16. The nations are like, aha, this is what I wanted. Negro, we're going to do blackface and make money off of it. What you going to do about it, right? Read.
O ye that dwell in Moab,
come on,
leave the cities and dwell in the rock.
God said you better go dwell in that cliff of the light. You better go find that white man in that cave.
Right.
You got room in there, buddy? Because when destruction come, what do you think they're going to try to hide at? In these bunkers. Read.
And be like the dove that maketh her nest in the sides of the hole's mouth.
Read.
We have heard of the pride of Moab. He is exceeding proud.
He's exceeding proud. The fact that, and understand something, because we got our brothers over there, all praise to the Most High, that's prophesying, waking our people up. That stuff is on national television. That stuff ain't like it's in a closed room and they keeping it secret. That stuff is being broadcast for that whole nation to see. Read.
His loftiness and his arrogance and his pride and the haughtiness of his heart.
And the hardiness of his heart. What's going to happen to it? Jump to verse 42.
Verse 42. And Moab shall be destroyed from being a people.
All praise to the Most High.
That's right.
That's right. To be destroyed from being a people, right? Read.
Because he had magnified himself against the Lord.
Because you magnifying yourself against the Lord. What he said? Congratulations, you played yourself.
That's right.
Go to Ezekiel 21. Go show you where the Lord going to destroy your wicked behind that. Ezekiel 21 and verse 28, then just jump to verse 30.
Ezekiel chapter 21, verse 28. And thou, son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord God concerning the Ammonites.
Concerning the Ammonites, your incest brother, because we all know the history of them, they was born out of incest. That's why they got mongoloidism. Their eyes is over here at the side of their head like they fishes or something. Read.
And concerning the reproach, even say thou.
And concerning the reproach, read.
The sword is drawn. For the slaughter it is furbished, to consume because of the glittering.
Because of the glittering, because you puffing up against the children of God. Right?
Verse 30.
28. Yep,
yes,
read
sir.
Verse 30.
Shall I cause it to return into its sheath? I will judge.
Read that part again.
Shall I cause it to return into its sheath?
So God is asking you, Moabite and Ammonites, a question. When he pull out the sword, is he pulling in the vein? Is it going to go back into the sheath? Read.
I will judge thee.
That means hell nah. He's going to judge you with it. Read.
In the place where thou was created. In the land of thy nativity.
The Lord going to bring you back home to where you was born as a nation to annihilate you so you're no longer a people.
That's right.
All praise to the Most High Lord.
All praises. All praises.
Yeah, hey, on that note, 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 1.
Bring it out.
Because like you're saying, all these nations gonna get it, man. We seeing nation after nation that's coming against Israel. They take advantage of us while we in slavery. They mock us even when we out of slavery with blackface. They taking advantage of us when it comes down to our agriculture. They oppressing us in every way. So it's obviously it's known that these nations hate us, right? Read what you got. Let's see what the Lord says is going to happen.
2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 1.
Yep, read that.
Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia.
Oh, Babylon and Asia. Persia. These are the two main enemies of Israel. Read on.
Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria.
Read on.
Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack.
Right. The Lord said, get ready because it's about to go down. Right. Go ahead.
And hair. Bewail your children.
Beware your children. Go ahead.
And be sorry. For your destruction is at hand.
You gotta read that one more time. Yo, what?
For your destruction is at hand.
Your destruction is at hand.
TikTok.
So they can do the blackface. They can impersonate Kobe Bryant, which is a dead man. They can do these things. Guess what? America did the same thing. Who they impersonate? Jesus the Christ.
That's right.
So they doing the same exact thing that the so-called white men do. But the Lord said that their destruction is at hand. All praise to the Most High.
I'm gonna show you the mentality behind why they hate us so bad and why they try to keep that imagery in our face so that we have low self-esteem. Give me Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. I'm gonna show you spiritually what they know is about to happen, and it's happening right before their eyes. Watch this.
And get out.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness.
The repentant Israelites on the earth, the prophets of the Lord, will come back to the earth and stand in great boldness against all this oppression that happened to our people.
Right.
And it's still happening to this day. Read.
Before the face of such as have afflicted him.
And you gonna see it. You gonna see it on TV. You gonna see it in the streets. You gonna see it in the hood where our young people have been destroyed. You gonna see youth violence out there.
Right.
Holding seminars to raise up the broken spirit of our young people.
Right.
You gonna see the prophets everywhere you look. The purple is a problem.
Right. And made no account of his labors.
And y'all ain't make no account of those labors. Read.
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
Why they gonna be troubled with terrible fear? Read.
And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
Because our salvation is nigh. Christ is coming back to free us from this captivity. Read.
That's right.
So far beyond all that they looked for. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves.
What they gonna say?
This was he whom we had sometimes in derision.
This is he who we was making fun of in blackface.
Bring it out.
Read.
And a proverb of reproach.
And a proverb and a reproach. This is the one we was calling nigga. Read.
We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor.
We thought it was gonna go on like this forever.
Right.
But what? Read.
How is he numbered among the children of God?
But these really are the saints of the Most High God. These really are the Israelites spoken of in the Bible. Read.
And his lot is among the saints.
And his lot is among the saints. Hey, y'all got hell to pay for what you've done.
That's right.
All praises, all praises. Hey, y'all got something? Because I know I heard that Lionz where I think IT trying to give it to him.
Yeah, I got one real quick.
Bring it up.
Now.
Line backing off of what you brought out, officer. Jeremiah 48. Read verse 11. Verse 11. Because you look at it, in America, they can't do the blackface and all of that because you got so many people here in America. You got the TikTok, the Instagram. They get shut down real quick. They try and do some stuff like that because our people here, we fight against it. Our hand is in the neck of our enemies. But here, we don't have that. And in China, they don't have the type of power that we have through the social media, which is why we distribute social media the way that we do. There's power behind imagery. There's power behind your voice. Read that, Jeremiah 48 and 11.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 48, verse 11. Moab had been at ease from his youth.
Moab is at ease. That's why they're able to do the blackface and nobody says nothing about it. They're at ease in their youth. Why?
And he had settled on his leaves and had not been emptied from vessel to vessel.
Nobody has came at China like all these other nations. Nobody has came at them. They're saying, oh, China's supposed to be the next world superpower.
Right.
Nobody can mess with China. Read on.
Neither had he gone into captivity.
The Chinese man has not yet had his yoke in captivity.
Right.
Guess what? We're going to put him in captivity, but he hasn't faced that yet. Read on.
Therefore, his taste remained in him.
Read.
And his sin is not changed.
So that is why Moab rose the way that he does, because he is yet to taste the hand of God, which is us coming back, understanding, like you brought out, officer, that we will be the ones to bring judgment upon his wicked ass.
That's right.
That's right.
All praises, all praise. Hey, fire, fire, fire.
Nation is men leading by example.
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in